the genesis of this project was that we want our women to see women that have come before them. We want them to appreciate the experience and know that it doesn't just lead to becoming a coach or an administrator, that we have mathematicians, we have historians, we have psychologists and admissions officers, women who utilize their athletics experience, whether it was for access or to be a part of something because they possessed a talent, but that they really also used it in a way that they could become a part of something bigger than themselves and put it back to work here on a college campus.
I chose to be a student athlete because it was part of who I was. I loved swimming, and it's something I had always done since I was 5 years old, and it was a part of my life. And I couldn't imagine a college experience without that part of my life.
I wanted to give back what I learned in basketball and just in life. I think morals and values are always a big thing, and I learned that through my family, and my parents obviously taught me a lot of good morals and values, but I think you want to give that back to the young ladies that you coach. I think you want to be a good example and a strong example of what a female is.
So much of what being an athlete has prepared me for is just facing challenges. I know that I can push through when I need to. I know how to kind of dig deep and really not just give up when I'm facing tough times or, when I'm dealing with a lot of stress. I know how to kind of push through.
It was track and field, quite frankly, that really brought me an opportunity to engage with individuals who were outside of my community, to travel the country, and also to see like there were some really positive things that could come from it. It wasn't just about the medals and the competitive piece. It was quite frankly about growing as an individual.
I learned that balance is the key, that there are high expectations of you to keep it together, and I also embrace the challenges of being a student athlete, especially with the travel schedule that we had, which was unique because of being an NAIA school and not having a conference, and literally getting on a bus and driving hours to play teams.
I think that learning to set goals was a part of my swimming, and so it's also a part of my academics. I went on to get a PhD in math education. It takes perseverance, and that perseverance is what I learned being a swimmer. I also can imagine my coach talking about finish to the end, right? You get to the end of the race, and it's sometimes about that last 2 seconds, about that last tenths of a second, touching the wall.
And it made it more meaningful to me to be a Davidson College student because I was representing the college in a lot of different ways than students who weren't also athletes. So I felt that the college was more a part of who I was, and I was more a part of the college than I would have been if I hadn't been a student athlete.
You know, it helps a lot because you meet a lot of people from different locations, geographical locations, and you interact with different people of all different backgrounds, and it's helped because obviously in the real world you interact with people from different backgrounds, and I think it gives you a healthy respect for one another and each person that you're dealing with in life.
It's absolutely a part of my identity. It's my identity when I come to work every day, now 20 plus years removed, and it was absolutely my identity when I was in high school and in college.
I probably did better in college having been a student athlete than if I had had all the time in the world to sit around and do nothing.
There aren't a lot of people that aspire to go into college admissions. You kind of fall into it, and so that's what I did. But I really, after I decided to step down from coaching, because there were challenges there with my husband coaching 2 teams at Susquehanna University, the balancing act of 3 college teams during the course of a fall with a toddler had its challenges, I'll say. But I knew I wanted to stay at this wonderful place, and it was helping me create the best version of myself, and it still is, and I feel very fortunate to have been given an opportunity here in the admissions office.
I think it's important for most people to do what they love to do, because if you're passionate about what you want to do, I think that comes across to the people that you're interacting with and the student athletes that you're teaching.